Alright, so I'm recording. Welcome to the trading game. We're about to start our round number 1 of the paper trade-off. We've got 4 people who are entered. We're going to split them up today and then have a championship tomorrow. So today's sort of the semifinals and tomorrow's going to be the championship. Today we've got Ike Love and MaRz. They both have their screens shared, and they've each got 2.5 hours today to get the best P&L they can out of this, and the winner gets a laptop. So it's going to be kind of interesting. Sort of a battle of the Titans here. But I expect it to be a good time. So it's all for fun. It's just paper trading. But we want to get these guys some opportunity to jump in here and trade this live, feel a little pressure, and have some fun. So that's what it's going to be all about. We got about 10 minutes. So I'm going to pause that. That was my... All right, so we're about to go live. About to go live. 2 minutes. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this and trade at the same time, but we'll see. I want to watch what you guys are doing, but I also want to try to trade today. Hopefully I don't get blanked. Yep, good luck to everybody.
Thanks. Good luck, Ike.
I think he stepped away for a minute. He said he'd be right back. So Nam and Pedro or Pregdo, they're going to be watching you to see how you trade. So you don't show them all the secret sauce, because you might have to face them tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak in. I'm trying to copy them.
All right, 8:30. You're on. Have at it. I don't know how I can be entertaining in the meantime. I guess what I'll do is... Yeah, it is tough for me. I'm trying to think if I can split time between my screen and their screen so that the people watching aren't just watching, blank screens. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to do my normal thing, and then I'll switch back and forth to kind of catch what they're doing. So I need to switch that. Okay, so I can bring their screen over here. Yeah. All right, so we've got a competition going with 4 members in the Discord. We're giving away a laptop. And the idea was to have some people come in here and paper trade against each other. Just to get a little experience, have a little fun. This is kind of like a stepping stone between demo and the market, I guess, because you've got 50 or 60 people eventually going to be in here watching them. Got a good group right now, for sure. And so they know that. They know all eyes are on them. And, put yourself in their shoes. How would that make you feel, right? So a little bit of an added push just to make it interesting and try to help some people out to kind of bridge the gap between paper trading and live trading. That's what the goal was, and hopefully we can expand this into some other stuff. Eventually, maybe, I'm hoping to even get maybe some Discord versus Discord action as a fun thing only, and, set up a leaderboard, keep track of some stuff. Nothing serious. I mean, just It doesn't have to be the leaders of the discords or the owners or whatever. It can be, just some of the students, members, paper traders, whatever. We just get together and trade against each other and have a good time. So, and then have some, minor bragging rights, but it's definitely not going to be a serious thing. I don't want anybody to take it too seriously, because then we lose the opportunity to have fun with it. So fun is the most important. So this is MaRz on NinjaTrader, and then we've got Ike trading on TradingView. He's trading US 100, and MaRz was trading. I can't see what MaRz is trading. What are you trading, MaRz? Oh, lost MaRz.
MNQ.
Okay, NQ. There we go. Got it. Alright, so as far as my own trading, looks like this was kind of predictable from yesterday, this dump. I believe that was in Jess's weekly forecast, so I have to go back and check. We're actually pretty low. See what Ike's doing. I'm just going to switch back and forth a little bit, kind of watch what they're doing. Ike, what are you looking at there? What's it look like? Are you an ICT guy, or? Can you hear me, Ike? Oh, he was going to be AFK? Okay. He's probably waiting. He might be waiting for like the silver bullet hour or something, which that's normally what I do anyway, so reasonable. MaRz might be able to get a jump. Morning, Pep.
Okay, I'm placing an order here on the 1 minute fair value gap. Hopefully price comes up and tags me in.
Okay, awesome.
So my my analysis is this white line is the previous day's high, and price came up and was consolidating there and got a nice market structure shift here.
Right.
And now I'm just waiting to get tagged in, hopefully.
For a short? Yeah.
Yes, for a short.
Okay. All right, everybody's going short now because you told them. Pressure's on. They're all going short.
This
right
is
now.
not financial advice, people.
Right. I am looking at it though. I mean, I don't have much of a fair value gap on mine, but it's a little bigger on NQ, and I'm way far away from it. They're not really tracking together right now. NQ is going up and ES is kind of going down. So interesting. I think it's going to bring you in.
I could also enter in this blue box because this is a 5-minute fair value gap, but my stop's gonna be too big.
Right. Yeah. 423. Where's your stop at? Where are you gonna put your stop?
I'm planning to put it on the high,
Okay.
above the high here.
Okay. So that's like 25 points. I don't do well at translating ES to NQ. I don't have the math down yet. I'm thinking price might try to fill the gap of the 4-hour fair value gap, which is at 0.5 fib. Yeah, it's hard to say. And let me see. I don't really see anything for me yet.
This is this same trade I'm taking on my eval account, so
Okay.
hopefully.
Right on. Who do you have an eval with? Which company?
Apex.
Apex? Okay, good. I missed the 90% off sale because I looked at the time wrong. It ended at 11 p.m. EST, and I'm in CST, and I sat down just before 11 and found out it was already ended, so I didn't get a chance to add any. I don't guess Ike's doing anything right now. He's still away. Yeah, don't see anything. When the baby starts crying, I'm going to take that as a sign my trade is bad. That's strong confluence. That sounds like signals to me. You guys are taking signals now. The internet's holding up better than I thought it would. Maybe me getting out of the stream helped. It was kind of sketchy yesterday when we were testing it, but we were trying to do 3 and 4 people too, so if we can just get 2 and have it work well, I'll be happy. So it looks like you had action if you'd have been maybe at like the consequent encroachment of that 5-minute fair value gap. But I don't know if it comes back up, and it may.
I know I missed that. I was thinking to move my entry down, but
Yeah.
well, I guess I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, you're fine.
Value gap right,
I always try to
right
I
here.
always try to put it by my stop is more important than, you know.
Yeah.
It could still come up there. There's, it made a higher low, so it's still kind of reaching. Just have to see. A lot of times it creeps all the way back up and fills those gaps. So I don't know. But there sure is a long way down to go to recapture some of that. Yes, yeah. I'm watching for reaction, 4402. Now they're both dropping together a little bit. Man, it's just taking off without you, ain't it? I hate when that happens. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, so while we're watching them, I'm going to look and see what I might have for a trade here at the moment. Start looking for reversals in here. We're in a 5-minute fair value gap. Kind of see what happens on the 1 minute here. If I get a nice break of structure somewhere. Don't really have a good convenient swing point. It's way up here, so I don't really have an opportunity to get in anytime soon. Just have to wait for some consolidation here. I'll mark this swing for right now. I guess technically that's a swing. So yeah, that would be my area of interest if it pops up there and gives me some displacement. But the way it's dropping right now, I wouldn't feel great about that, I don't think. So we're just in holding mode right now. Nice reaction off that new week opening gap on the 15 minutes, 30 minute, all time frames basically. I wish I'd have been watching that. Shoot. That was almost predictable. Week opening gaps. Okay, why isn't this new week opening gap showing up? 2850 to what? 32? 2850. Yeah. That was news, though. I wouldn't have tried to catch that, most likely. We lost MaRz again. So MaRz looks like you're expecting it to come back up into the 5-minute fair value gap now? That's what you're shooting for? Yeah. Lost it, this straight dump.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if Ike's back yet. Let us know when you're back, Ike. I think he's trying to intimidate you by walking away and saying, I only need the last 30 minutes of the stream to win this thing. Mind games, right? Yeah. He's not even trading right now. He's like, let her blow her account first, and then I'll come back and clean up. So how long have you been trading, MaRz?
Futures, I've been trading for like less than a year.
Okay. Good deal. soon as Ike gets back on here, we'll try to find out how long he's been doing it.
Order canceled.
Yeah, I'll be right back also. I'm going to go grab something to eat real quick, grab a cup of coffee. Ike's away from the keyboard. I'm going to leave it on you, MaRz, so show us what you got, and I'll be back here shortly.
Order submitted.
Hello? Is this working? Hello? Let me see what's going on here. Okay, guys. All right, cool.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
My stop loss is up here. I know I totally forgot to put in my ATM strategy. Sorry, guys.
Order filled. Order filled.
And I'm back. So it looks like you're in one.
I already lost my first trade. I'm down by a lot.
Oh, did you? Oh no. Has Ike even started yet? I don't know. Let me see what he's doing.
No trades for me yet. I'm waiting to see it set up. Or I potentially have it set up, but
Okay.
nothing yet for me.
Right on. So you're waiting to go long here. How long have you been trading, Ike?
I've been trading pretty seriously since the pandemic. Is when I got serious with it. Knew about it for a while.
Okay. Right on. So you might be a little overqualified for this, actually, but you were new in the Discord, so I didn't know any better at the time, so I just opened it up, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't trade for a living or anything like that, but I just started like trying to make it what I want to do.
Okay.
So it's been interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's not like anything I had encountered previously. Let's put it like that. But that's good. It's such a great opportunity. I mean, when I discovered it, I felt like someone put an ATM in my living room. I was like, I got lucky on some crypto trades early, made a little money on Robinhood, and after that, I was hooked. I was like, holy cow, that was easy. And then I proceeded to lose a bunch of money to learn that it wasn't as easy as I thought. But yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Yeah. But I still feel the same way. I feel like it's an ATM, and I just got to figure out the code. And what would you do if someone put an ATM in your living room, right? 0001, 0002, 0003. You're gonna find that pin. That's what we're doing. So MaRz, she said she's already down a little bit. Whoops, I lost. Darn it. MaRz, there we go. So it looks like we're closing the gap.
I think this one left me behind.
Oh yeah. How we doing, MaRz?
Stop filled.
Yeah. All right, you might have to size up a little bit, and you got to make a run at it. I can't see your P&L though. I never even got a chance to get into any of this. I'll bet there's a silver bullet down there somewhere too. There is. Man. So here's what I'm seeing. For the silver bullet trade, it was right here, I think. Yep. Now, this placement would have been kind of subjective right there, but that is the, you know, the bigger candle in the leg, and it did break structure right there, left a fair value gap, got retapped right here, and it would have been already a 8-point trade.
Yo, did he get on the trade or
What's that?
did he get in the trade or did he miss? Like Ike?
Yeah, no, he didn't get in. He said he didn't get in. Let me pull back over. Switch back over. Yeah.
Yeah, that trade left me behind. I couldn't get in.
We missed the entry point or what?
So yeah, stretch that out a little bit. The other way, longer, yeah. You see that fair value gap, that first fair value gap down there that broke structure? Go down, right in there, up, right there. That fair value gap right there broke structure to the left. That swing point. It left a fair value gap, and then it left another one above. You could have taken either one, I guess, because that would have been a better one even right there. Yep. Is that the one you were shooting for?
I was trying to catch down here when I set up my deal, but I should have took that one too because that was the only issue. I didn't take it, and I measured.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
I guess I could do here.
you would have been real close to being in premium also, but you know, it's sort of a 50-50 call because there was a good draw on liquidity above, but it was probably aiming for that to fill that void. So, all right, well, is what it is.
We'll see if it lets us come back down.
Right.
I go with and against the trend. So like if it gets me an entry going back down, I'll take it back down because overall I'm bearish.
Right. Right. How you doing, MaRz?
I'm just waiting now.
Okay. Got plenty of time. I mean, there's still, you know, plenty of time. So find your move. Just be patient. Have you ever traded in front of people before?
Never.
How's it feel?
It's stressful.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we were hoping to deliver was, you know, a different level of in-between stress, I guess, between just trading, you know, by yourself, paper trading, and then having to get into the market itself and risk your own money. That's really stressful. So, but it's all good fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to do these kind of regularly, so we're going to put a leaderboard up there and keep track of points or something and find a way to do some cool stuff, maybe with some giveaways, 50Ks or something, evals. So,
Sounds fun.
yeah, something different. I know it's
Okay, I might look for another setup here.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right, I'm gonna quit bothering you. I'll quit bothering you. I'll go back and bother Ike.
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm gonna try to just check back and forth with you guys. Man, that was a nice move back up. And on ES, it was actually the first fair value gap that broke the structure would have got in. So it's a little different than what you're looking at. I would have had a pretty easy entry, pretty much a no-brainer. Closed out that fair value gap, mitigated this one, left this one, a couple taps into it, just the consequent encroachment, and then it took off. So that's a couple days in a row now. I've missed some, you know, missed the nice ones. That always makes me feel a little bit under the gun because you only get so many nice ones and the rest of them are kind of, you know, you got to fight a little bit more, endure a little bit more heat. see where we're at on the hourly. I don't know. I mean, that could be just a nice retracement. Yeah. There's no saying that we're bearish yet on the hourly. No, DK, I'm kind of back and forth. I'm streaming a little bit and then watching them also. I missed a good move when I went to get something to eat. And now I'm like a little bummed, but it's okay.
I know I was up $100. I should have closed my trade, but I was waiting for it to get to my 2R.
Right. Yeah, I know. I cut one at 4 o'clock yesterday because I don't know. I saw an opportunity to be a little bit positive on that trade, and I felt like the time ran out, so I just cut the trade, and then it ran up to my target. And I was just like, crap. It would have been a great day if I just left it alone. So sometimes we got to leave it alone. Sometimes we got to take it. Chadu, you might be new. If you are, welcome. Guzzle Cry? I'm not sure I've seen you in here before. Welcome. Something a little different today. Just kind of doing a challenge. Paper trading. 2 people this session, 2 people the next session, and then the winners of each session tomorrow for New York PM. Maybe we should make it AM. I don't know. I'll see what's best with whoever ends up winning. AM. Walt likes AM. I'm kind of leaning towards AM too, but we'll see. People might have adjusted their schedule. Yeah, I know. Well, if the people that are wanting if the people are wanting to do the AM that actually win, then that would be easy. We just switch to AM. But I don't know if somebody might have took off work or something to do that. Who knows? I don't want to. If I already set a time frame, I don't want to go back on it. So it's got to be convenient for everybody. Ike, have you ever traded in front of people live?
No, I have not. This is very different.
Very different, huh? You got a whole room full of people scrutinizing your every move. Oh, I didn't say that. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's just a way to add a little different element. Try to get you out of your comfort zone a little bit. I believe we stretch ourselves by doing that, and it makes us stronger and better. I try to challenge myself all the time doing things, knowing that there's a good chance, I lay an egg. And if I do, then I learn something from it. And next time I get to that point, I have a little better understanding of what I'm facing. So that's my approach.
Yeah, makes sense. Sure. If I get a gap here, I'll be able to go long again. It seems like it's holding up this fair value gap.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1 minute, I think. So I might be looking at entry.
Alrighty. So all eyes on Ike. Ike thinks he might have something right here. Right on. Tear it up.
If it keeps respecting this gap.
Yep, I hear you. That was a nice push up. I mean, it broke serious structure right there when it came back up. So it was a good move. All right, I'll be right back. Some coffee.
And if it lets me in, I'll take this trade. My gap. Aggressive. Go down to the second one. I'll buy one here. Oh, hold up. I don't even know what my risk. I don't have a paper trade on this thing. How do you know how much you're risking? Hold up. How do you know? I wanted to risk much more than $20. I'm not familiar on how to do this. Let's see. I'm really not good at trading on trading. I usually use MetaTrader 4 if I do trades. I break the high, I usually take something off if I could get there. So I might lower the stop loss or take something off, usually when I get to the first high. It's gonna go out. Boom. Stopped out. About to be.
Did you get in one night?
And I'm down. Yep, I'm out. Yeah, I got in one and I'm out.
Nah, it wasn't bad.
It's too late in the move.
Not bad. How much did you risk on that one?
About $100.
Okay.
A little bit less. Well, 70.
70, all right.
$100.
All right. Still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Let's see how MaRz is doing. Looks like got an order in. All right, so we're battling. We are battling.
Sadly reversing the situation.
So I recorded 2 videos from yesterday's sessions, and I didn't have the sound on either one, so I deleted them. Somebody told me in the comments there was no sound, and when I went back and checked, because I switched my microphone over to my headset, and then I didn't switch it back on my recording application. So, hey Naz, you want to cut your screen off, please? Thank you. We tested it yesterday, and when we started getting 3 screens, 4 screens trying to share it, we were having problems. Sometimes we have problems just because there's so many people in here, but trying to trade multiple screens wasn't working. So but if you like to stream, we'll definitely get you an opportunity, have other opportunities to participate in these type of challenges.
Close enough. I reverse position. Going short now.
You reversed, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was already up in bearish on the day. I feel like I have a shift here in the 5-minute here.
Right.
I think I just might have been going the wrong way. But knowing my luck, this is going to go. You up.
I'm not going to say I've never reversed my position. I've done it a few times, just feeling like, you know what, you're always wrong anyway. You know, reverse your position. And I did it, and I won. I did it twice. And it really messed with me. Because then every trade I took after that, I was like, well, you know, I seem to do better when my first guess is wrong. So I think I'm working that out, though. So having a mechanical strategy. All right, so Ike is in a trade, and MaRz is getting close.
I feel a lot better about this.
Getting close to being in a trade. So, MaRz, I'm curious why you wouldn't try to get in on that first fair value gap and just pull the stop above to catch the second fair value gap also. It looks like you're trying to enter on the first one, but do you have enough stops?
Yeah, I don't know, because I like to put my stop loss on the high here, and so I don't want to risk too much.
Okay. What do you normally risk?
I like I I don't have a set number that I risk. I just like to get my entry as close as I can to the top,
Okay.
the highest high or the lowest low of web price.
What if it's 15 points? Then what do you do?
If it's 15 points, then I just add more contracts. If it's lesser, and if it's more, then I just
Okay, I
lessen the contract.
I got you. Okay. I would like to try to see what the thinking process is. So Ike's in one now, and MaRz is waiting. Let's see how he's doing. Kind of flat. Hey, Ike, if you want to, you can click on the paper trading and drop the P&L part. So you got more screen to work with. That's fine with us. There you go. We'll just kind of want to see it at the end or whatever. So you're aiming for low lows. Got your stop above the high. Man, Ike's going for broke right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to make up for that last one.
It's all in right here, boy. And you would reverse too, right? So now what happens if it goes up? How would you feel? What would that do to your mentality? I'm just curious if you look at it that way.
If it took me out on this one, well, usually if I ever do a reverse and I lose on the reverse, I'm usually done for the day. Like that's what I would do.
All right. But would you second guess your decision to reverse? I mean, would you go back and analyze that?
No, because I'm embarrassed for the day. So
Why are
I
you bearish?
anticipate lower prices.
Why are you bearish for the day?
Well, when I look, because we had that big news today,
Right.
then we had our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday bullish days. With a big news day on Thursday, I figured it would be time for some sort of retracement at this time, going into the daily order block up here. I'm in a bearish order block that's right here at this point, so I figured this would be a turning point in the market, if not here, at that consequent encroachment.
Okay.
So I figured this is around the area we will be reversing because of the weekly profile, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
Thursday news.
Since I trade on the 1 and the 5 minute, I'm always aware of the daily, but I look more at the hourly for my kind of short-term bias. Stretch that one out.
Like this.
Yeah. Do you feel like the hourly is bearish or bullish?
And it's definitely bullish. I look at that.
Right. So that's just the way I approach it. I definitely want to know what's going on the daily, but for trading on the 1 and the 5 minute charts, I want to make sure I'm at least in alignment with an hourly trend if I can. If it's not going sideways, it just affects my thinking. I mean, you can always pull the retracement off any of these and go short, obviously. But I think to have a bias that I'm going to put more weight on for trading on such a small time frame, I'm real strong on using the hourly myself.
Makes sense.
And if they both line up, then all the better. If they both line up, then that's all the better too. So
for sure.
Right. So let's see if
I want to see how this hour ends.
We'll see if MaRz got in yet. So MaRz is in. Yes, MaRz is in. Okay. In a little bit of heat right now.
Order filled.
Was that a second entry? I guess it must be.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
So I started with one, and then I'm just slowly
slowly
as it came up to my entry.
pyramiding in. Okay. All right. Well, you got a good target down there too. So both of you are kind of going at it. Good deal. Makes it interesting. Looking at names, seeing if I recognize anybody new. Some. I'm not sure. Too many. So it looks like y'all are both kind of in about the same thing. Yeah, see how it goes. I've given up. I can't do this and trade too. I would definitely feel something about it if I screwed it up. I guess if I just watch the minute, maybe I can get lucky on something. I should have some music or something. That's funny, Technic, if you're in here. It's not. Alright, so we're just kind of hanging out. Got 2 trades going on. Everybody's feeling good going short here. I don't know though, it's finding a lot of support right there. Let's see what happens. Got some equal highs at the top. Nice target. But plenty of liquidity below too, so you can go either way. It's a tricky move. It's bearish in some places and bullish in others. I mean, this is bullish on the hour, but bearish on the 15-minute, bearish on the 30-minute. But there's already been a nice pullback as well on both of those, so that could be, you know, maybe we find support here and then go back long. It could go either way.
Yeah, I agree. It feels really 50-50 right now.
Yeah, that's where I was at last night on my last trade. I felt so 50-50, and I was like, I don't want to lose any money here, so I cut the trade right at the minute, you know, the New York at the 4 o'clock minute, and then the trade took off for another, I don't know, 10 points, 8 points. And I was like,
Of course.
that hurt, man. That stung. That's 3 times in the last couple of weeks I've done that. I'm just so used to cutting at 4 o'clock New York. I used to have to cut 15 minutes before that. It was either the prop firm I was trading, or I was on a cash account and the margin was going to jumps up, you know. And I had to be out, and they would send me a message if I wasn't. And if I didn't have a stop loss in and I was in an order, they would just cut my position. So
Yeah, that email is scary.
right? Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Make sure you close your positions by day's end.
Right. And there were times I knew I was going to get the email from them, and I was like, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Once I knew they weren't going to shut me down because of it, you just get a nasty gram, basically. So we got nice consolidation right here. I always put the box around it. Something like that. And as it builds sideways long enough, it creates, liquidity levels on both sides. And most times you can count on both sides being taken. Maybe not immediately, but you'll get a move through one side and maybe then straight back up, or it's not going to leave this. You're not going to go too far away. In other words, if it does break down, it might do something else down here, but it's going to come back up and recapture the top of this consolidation most of the time. Nothing is 100%, but I use that in my trading a lot, and it's effective. I anticipate that the first side is the fake, and then look for the move the other way. And if I can catch my criteria within that move, and I get a little displacement, then it's a great trade. So go back to you guys. Check on MaRz. Y'all love this being in a trade through this mess, don't you? This is fun stuff right here. We all love this. This is the best part of trading. Every move,
doesn't get better.
Every move is like, come on. Uh-oh, we got a little push. We're getting a little push. What does that do to the box? So we break the box strong. And let's see if this is the move or the fake. It's definitely strong. Yeah, it's a good move. A nice bullish end. Continuation on the next candle will tell us pretty much everything. It did tap into that fair value gap on the minute. That could go either way. I believe maybe it comes back up. If we close this fair value gap, that would be something. What is it? 2 ticks? Yeah, 2 ticks. And what do we have? We're bouncing out of a hourly fair value gap. If it drops a little lower, there's a 15 and a 30. And there's a 1 hour inside of an inverse. It bounced off an hourly and an inverse fair value gap. So that's a pretty strong point right there for to find support. The only resistance we're really in is sort of in the daily. We're in a daily bearish fair value gap, and we've been working in a 15-minute bearish fair value gap, coming back up into that. So, all right. So there's a great indication of how the box works, right? You draw the consolidation. The first move is often the fake, and then comes back up, reclaims this liquidity. And it can either, it can come all the way back down too, but my point is that generally it comes back up into here to recapture, the liquidity that was made on the top side of the box. So I've seen it do either from there, but this is kind of the play I look for right here, is the fake into something, and then, a reversal out. So an order right there at 97 would have already made profit coming back up, even at the consequent encroachment. That would have been a great trade. Sorry I missed it. But that, the concept, I was explaining the concept before we got the opportunity. So had I been trading, that's might have been something I'd have definitely taken. Since I didn't say ahead of time today which way I was going to trade, yesterday I kind of boxed myself in. But how are you guys doing? So you went short, so you're still in it. We haven't really broke the top side yet, but that was a solid push. So, Ike, you look like you would have been in some profit there.
Well, if I would have got my initial trades, we would have been all gravy.
Right. Yeah. But when it came down just now, were you up in profit right there? Yeah, when
Yes.
you were down there. Okay. Do you have any mechanism to take partials on the way down to your target?
Yes, but not until it at least hits 1 to 1 usually
Okay.
is when I will take a profit partial.
Okay.
So I wasn't quite there yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I couldn't tell. Sometimes the orders are in ahead of time and you can see them sitting there, so I couldn't tell with yours. You don't use like limit orders to get out on partials? Or do you just sell one? Or buy one back?
Oh, I usually will just buy one back or sell one back normally.
Okay.
But I would use the limit orders and stuff, but I always get confused by that.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see, does MaRz have any... MaRz, are you going to be able to take partials on the way down? I'm not sharing my screen, okay?
Yeah, I do the same. Like when it gets to 1 to 1 or 1.5, then I take partial. Start to take partial.
Okay, good. You guys are ahead of where I was just a few months ago, because I wasn't, a couple months ago really. I was just trying to trade a mini, maybe two, and I was nowhere close to using partials and runners. And when I started doing that, I was able to size down and actually do better, so that was encouraging. Yeah, okay, I've got my screen kind of, I'm bringing it over here when I look for trades or when I'm talking about what's going on, but for the most part, I'm just trying to share one screen, and then, oh, you can't even see my screen when I do that. My bad. It's for the video, so YouTube can see it, but you guys can't because I'm not sharing it. So when you watch the video, you'll be able to see what I was talking about. I don't want to bog it down. So it seemed like yesterday when we got to 3 or 4 people sharing their screens, it was kind of it was a little blinky. No, Walt, we're not live on YouTube. I'm just recording us, and then I'll put it on YouTube. Eventually, I want to get to where I can be live on YouTube. I think that would be cool, maybe more stable, and I don't know, reach more people and tell them, you know, what a good thing we got going here. We're trying to hit 2K by Thanksgiving. I think we can do it. We're at pushing 1,500 now, 1,400 in less than 3 months. And those are pretty much all active people because we pruned the server last week and lost everybody that was 30 days or more inactive. There's only 29 people, so that wasn't bad. This is the trading that'll give you gray hair right here, right? I mean, nothing I like better than to get into consolidation and, you know, have the market toy with my emotions. Yeah.
My hair's already gray. Take that.
Right, yeah, mine's getting there too. Let's see what Ike's got going on. So, yeah. Yeah, that's just a, you know, it's something we all got to deal with, you know. How do you handle it coming down like that, and you just feel, you know, the elation euphoria, it's about to drop and give you a big bearish fair value gap, and it's going to be respected, and it's going to take it all the way down to yesterday's low. And then it flips, and you get, energy the other way. So that's what makes it fun, though, right? It's fun sometimes, but sometimes it's a pain in the butt. Okay, we're talking about maybe doing the championship in the morning tomorrow instead of the afternoon. So if that's the case, I'll trade strong tomorrow afternoon live. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do both, because if I did lose, you guys already know how I talk about trying to not take trades that I'll feel bad about if I lose. Well, if I lost here, I would have all kinds of reasons to say, well, you weren't really concentrating, you missed this, you didn't see that, and I don't want to have reasons to feel bad. I'd rather just not trade. But that said, if I see a big old move, I do have my finger on the button.
I'm seeing what it wants to do, that 1 hour close and that 1 hour bearish fair value gap, if it's going to respect it or not.
Pay attention to that, yeah. About 5 minutes left on that one. Everything else, the 15 and the 30 are just kind of hanging out there in the middle. You can tell they're respecting the higher time frame fair value gaps because it stops short. So that we can see it here on the hourly. I'm going to try to share my screen and see if it gives us any trouble. All right, I'm going to try to share mine and be able to see how it goes, but I can at least be talking trading while we're waiting through their trades and showing you what I'm seeing as far as the higher time frame stuff that I was talking about. So on the 15 and the 30, it's just kind of hanging here, but it's in the hour, and there's a nested fair value gap in the hour time frame, so a smaller one inside of the bigger one, and that's exactly where it ticked to. And kind of seeing what happens from there. It looks really bullish on the hour, but bearish on the smaller time frames. So can kind of go either way. And then here was the box that I drew when we were in consolidation and was waiting for a strong push through one side and then a recovery. Expected a little higher, but maybe we're coming back down, and then we're going to dip back up to get this, because it did just create more here now. So I feel pretty good about it coming back up. It's got support in this fair value gap. There's some nice displacement back up. Mitigated the fair value gap here, and it's respecting the consequent encroachment as of right now. So it does feel bullish, at least up into 44.05, 6, something like that. And then after that, it's either way. The goal of creating and capturing this liquidity would have been achieved by the push down and push back up. Then it can either continue or fully reverse and head in the direction it was kind of intending to go with the fake. That's the way I see it. So much on each side. This is Chop City. Look for 5 handles in GTFO. Right? My notes after your successful short this morning. Yeah, I know, right? I saw one opportunity for a nice silver bullet trade on the minute, but I wasn't paying attention, so it was a hindsight move. But it was there, and I like seeing them, whether I catch them or not. It's really, I'm encouraged when I see trades I miss, because those are trades I know I could have made if I would have just been there, or, I'm like, oh, that would have been easy money, because I know my process is so mechanical. I can look at the chart, and I'm like, yep, I was in. There's no doubt in my mind, see trade, take trade. I know I would have been in on that trade, and then I can kind of gauge from there, how well it would have went. Would have been an easy low drawdown trade. Would I have struggled like you guys are right now? And I love seeing those trades because it just tells me there's more coming. It does repeat often, and when you get to a point where you know what you're looking for so clearly that you can look at the chart and just recognize immediately that you would have been in the trades, I think that's for me, that's growth. I used to be real fuzzy about everything. I couldn't look at the chart and just go, oh yeah, right there's my entry. Stop would have been right here. Measure it. Yep, perfect. Whatever. It's sort of like being able to back test without back testing in a way, I guess, just looking at the charts now and kind of forming a bias or an opinion about whether it would have been a great day, not so great day. And there was good opportunities here. This would have been a no-brainer 5-minute silver bullet. Huge break of structure, huge fair value gap. The only question is where the stop would have went. So there's a chance I wouldn't have even got tagged in on that because I would have wanted to be up here somewhere at 29, and consequent encroachment is like 22. So I take that back. I may or may not have got in that. It probably presented itself on the minute though in a different way that was easier, I bet. No, not really. I mean, that was news, so that's why it dumped so fast. Yeah, that was news. I wouldn't have been in that anyway. So we're ticking up a little bit now. We did take the top side of the box. So this is came back up, right? Really effective tool to use to kind of get it. There's some edge. I get edge out of this because more times than not it plays out just like this. So, and we get a lot of consolidation. So if you can find
like
a move,
that.
if you can find a move that helps you in consolidation, that's a plus. What'd you say, Ike? Were you talking, Ike? Okay. MaRz, how you holding up? Starting to get a little move now. Yours didn't go as high. It didn't take liquidity. What time frame? Oh, you're on the 15-minute, right? Okay. So it looks like you're both in some money now. The race is on. I think you guys will only be able to see my screen. Well, I've got my screen shared now for you guys. And if I want YouTube to see it, I have to move it over to cover this one, which won't affect your guys' view. So let's see which is better. I guess I just switch back and forth.
It'll be my normal account. I'll be ready to time close right now. I'm sitting in chop too long. I usually don't sit through this.
Right. It's hard for me to get out. I don't know, because I want to get out in profit, but anytime you get out in profit, it means the trades start to go your way, and I always feel like it's going to keep going, so, but I don't want to cut at a loss either, so I get stuck in this little hesitation spot, and more often than not, I just ride it out. I'm doing better lately, though. My losses are a lot less. So that's something to celebrate. I always look for stuff to celebrate. You know what they say, the tighter the wind up, the bigger the spring. So now we've taken the lower side, came back up, took the top side. Still some support down here below. It would be a weird looking price action if it went down from here. Just weird looking, not impossible, but just that big dip that we had a minute ago into that fair value gap. But it did leave, now there's 2 solid points of liquidity below too, so sometimes it makes that stair step. Why leave any money in the middle? You know, if your target's down here, create some more right here, go up, take the top, then come back down and recapture. That's all it is. It's a liquidity dance over and over and over. And I wish I would have had this information a year ago. Things could have been a lot different. All right, so Ike is in profit. MaRz is in profit. Good job.
Mark, I know that we're watching the other 2 people, but just FYI, we can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen. All right, let me try again. How about now?
No, same little waiting icon.
Yeah, that's what happened yesterday with when we got into about 3 people. It kind of stalled out.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go all the way back out and come back in. All right, try that one more time.
Yep, that's good.
That's good. Okay. I will leave it right there then.
Don't touch anything.
If I move it over here, can you still see it? Or do you see my world?
No, we just see the backdrop, the desktop.
Okay.
There we go.
So if I want,
Now you're back in.
I want to get it to where I can share it on the video for YouTube and you guys. So I'm going to do this.
Are you on YouTube also?
Yeah, I'm recording to YouTube. I'm not streaming to YouTube, but I want them to be able to see my screen with as well as you guys. I think I can do that if I share the window.
Your stream just closed.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to share the window.
Okay.
I'm going to share the window instead of the screen. And then if I move the window, you see it?
Yep.
Okay, do you still see it?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I can move it back and forth now. You guys can still see it. And if I want YouTube to see it, I can put it over here. So it's perfect. Awesome.
Nice.
So where are we at? Check on Ike. Man, it went back up on you, Ike. Well, that means it went back up on MaRz too then. Yep. This is rough. Man. I hate it when it does this. So glad I'm not in a trade right now. Nasty consolidation, playing with our feelings. Sticky consolidation. Exactly. Hey, but it's about to take off, so, right? We're about to get that move. If you're on the right side of it, you're going to get paid. If you're on the wrong side of it, it's not going to be good. Just have to see what happens. Do we have our afternoon competitors in here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're in here watching too. So your competition is in here watching you guys too. Nam and Predro are in here as well.
What you say, mother?
Now we're back in some profit. Right on. Who's going to cut first? Who's going to take their money and run? All right. So I drew in a couple levels that I would use to possibly take a silver bullet trade.
They're all talking to you and shit.
What's that?
I know I stopped. That's why I'm talking to you now.
Oh, what'd you say? I thought you were talking to me.
You made some this morning or from yesterday? I didn't drink anymore, so it should be. Let me look pour you up if I can. No, I guess I'll boil some water.
I didn't even look. Was that bad news we had this morning? Or does it? I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, I could have done screen and screen too. There we go. YouTube's got screen and screen now, so they can see my screen and they can see your screens. Yeah, that's perfect. Right on. I like that. So now I can feel like I'm talking to everybody. Back and forth. Wow. That's definitely... It doesn't have anywhere to go from here but up, honestly. I mean, it captured from both sides. This move back up here took some, I guess, yeah, but we'll see if it finds some support here or if we mitigate something here on the way back down. Go either way. But like I said, there's nothing up here but this target pretty much that would come up into the 1 minute fair value gap. We're still in the 15-minute fair value gap. And we're in the daily fair value gap. Getting a little push. So close the fair value gap there. Feels kind of bullish right now, doesn't it? Yeah.
Sounds crazy today. Like I've been. Can't be back. Like I've been trying to poop all yesterday. Like all coming out today.
Right. EQ highs need to be taken. I will normally take the fib
Yeah.
and pull it to get an idea of how high I expect the retracement to be. And then I try not to worry about it until it gets at least up into the OTE. But at this point, yep, it's going to reach up there probably. It's a little closer on ES than it is in Q. You might get lucky, MaRz, depending on how high this goes to take, if it's just going after this top right here on ES and then turns around. If there's some divergence there, one of you could benefit. But if this is the target, then you're both in trouble. What's going to happen? So I'm looking at your stop loss amounts now. Ike, it looks like right now you would take a little bit bigger hit. Not terribly so, but that just means if you win, you would take a bigger win. Gotta look at the bright side. All right, this suspense is killing me. I'll be right back.
Sorry about that.
Alrighty. How we looking? Whoa. We are up there. Yep, it's pretty close.
Looking good. I think I'm gonna lose this round. So close to the laptop.
This is where I used
So
to.
fun.
This is where I used to add a couple and hope it would go down. To where I could make money if it would just hit break even. You know, that was my thinking.
My love. Arboretum.
All right. Let's see if I see anything here. Equal highs created on the 1 minute. There's equal highs on the 5 minute. That's just that same 2 points right there. They're spread out enough to where it shows up as.
We sing that song. Were you singing that song earlier? No,
No, I can take you.
it's like totally in my head.
If leave Texas cities have just filled in San Antonio to be that one. And then that cowboy outfit and like the valley, dude.
It's not lonely.
So his Austin outfits.
MaRz, every time I switch to your screen, I try to pull it to the middle.
Yes,
I'm so used to looking at stuff at the middle, but
like,
I can't move it. Oops.
I don't care what the context
There we go.
is. I don't give a word, though, but we don't need that.
We'll know here in a minute. It still looks bullish. This is order block, maybe fair value gap there. This is one of those places where I feel just helpless. I'm like, I would have, just looking at the price action, I would be thinking, but I still always hold out hope. And
Stop filled.
yep. Now is that the top? Ike, you still in? Looks like I can't tell what happened there. So you're out now, Ike? The P&L's not moving, so yeah, I guess so. So he took a little hit. MaRz took
Yeah, I was stopped.
MaRz got stopped out also. Alright, well, it's still anyone's game. Still got a half an hour. Can't really say. I don't know who's ahead right now.
I think Ike is.
You know, but are you lying? Are you trying to get him to lighten up? It could be a,
No, I'm down. I'm
okay.
down quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
I don't lie.
Well, it's not lying, it's psychological warfare. Fake the other guy out. The market's trying to fake you out, so you can definitely, you know, play games too. I say the more devious, the better. You sat out XBuy. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't trade London last night. I got a good night's sleep. Maybe tonight. I might do that because I'm not going to get a lot of trading in today, so I might take a shot at London tonight. So that's a strong, strong push right there. But we had this strong push down here too, so I want to be careful. If this would have closed down here and left a fair value gap, I might have considered a short. It's because this was substantial liquidity taken up here. But, you know, it didn't give me the signal, so I'm not able to get in. That's fine. That actually looks like the 30-second entry right there. There's the consolidation on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. There's the purge. There's the fair value gap to the downside. Five-minute fair value gap support. Yeah, I don't know. There's still liquidity above that's within striking distance. So it's a tricky spot. You could take almost an OTE retracement here and go short, or you could look at the, you know, overall larger trend and see it wanting to go back up. You know, maybe look at the daily or the weekly and the monthly real quick. Nothing really in striking distance there. Bullish on the 4-hour. Still coming out of this real strong support down here on the hourly. If this breaks, then I could definitely see us coming all the way back down, but it's so weird that, you know, there's war going on. There's all kinds of unrest. You know, the inflation's terrible. Gas is high, and yet this market keeps just, you know, going up, and it's messing with my head a little bit. You streamed London this morning? Awesome. Good job. And I haven't forgot you. We just don't have the merch yet. I don't know how far away that is. So I put a few of you on the waiting list. You'll get it eventually. I just can't say when. So, but it's in the works. Some, you know, mugs and
Order
shirts,
submitted.
stuff like that. Yeah, we're trying to put together some merchandise to give away as, you know, little tokens of this and that. And then, obviously, if anybody wants to buy it, they can. It goes back into the Discord. You're streaming London tomorrow? That's awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, that could be a big hit, you know, for people that are night-timers. Yeah, no, if someone else wants to stream London, I'm fine with that. That's great. I'd like to have us, you know, eventually streaming just pretty much nonstop. I want this Discord to be different. And something like that, you know, where do you go to get that, you know? Where do you go to get this? I don't know. Has anybody seen anything like this before? Like competitive trading for fun? I know I've seen some beefs out there where they talk about they're going to trade, you know, 100K accounts or million K accounts or something, but we don't actually see them trading it, or they're just showing snippets and things. So, yeah, something to do, you know. I know if someone else was doing it and I was trading, I would have it on just to fill the space, you know, something to do and watch, and that's trading related and engaging. So most of the stuff I do is geared towards what I'd want to see. It's simple, you know. Everybody knows what they want, so it's easy to try to line something up like that. Impatient trader, I bet this kind of market is killing you. Oh, don't say that, Queen. If the market doesn't make you nervous, I mean, come on. I know it's different. Trust me, I know. Remember, also, Queen, it would just be paper trading. There would be no risk. So if you were doing it live in front of everybody, it's just, you know, for fun. And I try to set a good example. You guys, you see me come out here and lay eggs, so you don't think you can come out here and have a bad day and think everybody's going to, you know, think you're terrible or something? We're all in different stages. And I think, honestly, losing in public has helped me more than winning in public. It's really helped me to find ways to manage my emotions and really put myself in positions where I don't lose as much, you know. I'm really focused on that more so than when I trade alone. I guess when I trade alone, it's just money, you know, or just eval money, which is, you know, substantial, but having people watch adds an element to it that makes me more careful. Ike, you're as bad as I am with the screen, which is fine. I just know I do the same thing. It's like a nervous tick for me. I'll just be moving stuff and stretching and shrinking, and, you know, I'm trying to
I
kill the
can't help
time.
it.
And then I've got different time frames that I'm looking at, and I'm stretching and pulling and do your thing though. I'm not telling you not to. Just it's ironic, you know. You watch someone else and you're like, you know what? I do that too. like looking at it differently will give me better, better results, I guess. So now you're short
You
again.
see something new. If you move it, you'll see something
You
new.
might see something new. Yep, something lines up better. And you're on the. That's the hourly time frame? No. That's the minute time frame. It's a 1. I can't. Yeah, that's the minute. Okay. So we got Ike is back in. MaRz is waiting to get back in, right? Yeah.
Where are you at, Miss MaRz? Are you I'm down a lot.
I'm down a lot too.
So it's going to be who's down less is the winner.
I guess that's the competition to see who can be down the most.
No, it was the other
Who's
way
the better
around.
loser? All right.
Best loser wins. Oh, if you haven't read that book, I definitely recommend it. It's a great book.
It's a really good book.
It is. I read it after I got my ass kicked. Made me feel better about everything. I blew 20 accounts, 50Ks, all at one time. And after that, I read that book, and it helped me a lot. It really did. So gave me a different
Wow.
way to look at things, So I look at losing differently. And there are no losers today, by the way. Everybody's going to get something. So just so you know. I just haven't said what yet. I want to say merchandise, but like I said, I don't know when that's coming out. I'll get with Kraken on that. We got a little bit of money in the kitty, though, so what do we got to play with here? We've got $520. 200 that is computer equipment, so we've got 320 cash. Oh yeah, we can do something. Okay, Pep, take care. Calling it a night at 10:30 in the morning. What part of the world are you in? That must be Australia or something. OZ. What is OZ? Oh, Australia. I think that's what I was going to say. Yeah, okay, take care. Other side of the world, yeah, Australia. You're going to order a mic, Ms. Mania? So I use just a cheapie from Walmart. OAN, what is it? OAN mic. No, it's not OAN. It's. Does that mean?
Terrible price action today. My goodness.
ONN. Yeah, I know, it is. So here's the mic I use, Ms. right here. It's $30 at Walmart. So if you're hearing me okay, this is the kind of mic I use right here.
Order filled.
Uh-oh, order filled. We're in. So that's MaRz is in now. Short. So you've got your stop kind of in the lower side of the second fair value gap. We'll see if that works out.
Yes, I'm not putting it at the top. I'm just trying to catch a small move here.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to influence you. I will generally try to make sure the stop is at least above the equilibrium of the leg that it's in, because I would expect the retracement to come up at least 50%. You know, as a minimum. If it comes up, it can come up less. There's some liquidity there above it, but I always feel better if it's above equilibrium. And I always expect, you know, potential retracement up to OTE, so somewhere in that range. But for me, the stop is the most important part of it. Either getting it, you know, like above that swing, which is obviously where we always want to put it, but then what's the next best place after that? And I kind of work my way down using the amount of risk that I always use a set amount of risk, so it's easy for me. I always use 5 points because my targets are always 5 points. So having a set target and a set stop loss makes it easy to kind of calculate, you know, what the best place is. And if I need to add a point, sometimes I will, but that's about it. And it has to be a good reason for it. Like, you know, the point makes the difference between either the swing or getting above a fair value gap candle or gap itself, something like that. So you're over 50. You're in a good spot there. I mean, that's gives a little bit of room. And I didn't know that, you know, not long ago. I didn't, you know, the whole premium discount thing came with learning ICT, understanding the retracements up into the 50% and then a little bit beyond into the OTE helped me to place better stops, I think. I didn't know there was an expected range that you would just plan for it to come up to. You know, I thought it was all random. So once I had something I could use as a
Oh, that's
measurement,
really new to me too.
yeah, once I had something I could use as a measurement, it really did make a difference because I felt like I was at least using information and using data that was applicable. I wasn't just guessing about, you know, here's how many points I got and it goes here. There's room for flexibility now to get the best place according to what price normally does. So every little bit, you know, helps. You find little pieces of things that work and put them together, and that's, you know, turns into your edge. But yeah, this is terrible price action. This is terrible. No confirmation on the DR today. But the odds of it confirming are usually so high that even if it's at the end of the session, there will be a move that takes it to one side or the other. So as it gets closer and closer to the end of the day, the odds go up higher and higher that it's going to make a move to at least break that range. I've seen it do it on the last minute candle before. And we're kind of in the middle of the DR range right now. We're exactly in the middle. Straddle in the middle, the midline. And it's kind of finding support on that line at the moment, right here.
You charge us $30, so we can get that back. What's her case? Progressive will pay us back, but I gotta put that information.
Today.
Yeah, Thursday supposed to be today.
It was up in here.
Well, the thing you made last night turned it into cake or pie. Pumpkin bread. There you go. Pumpkin bread.
so much for this.
That's so much.
Well,
So that's an interesting. We do have a little bit of a difference in opinion here in the way you guys are approaching this trade. Ike's all in. He's got his stop above the high. And he's targeting low lows like Asia, London yesterday. I don't know. I can't tell. Yesterday's New York kill zone is down there. So he's going big right here. Looks like about almost a 2-hour trade. Maybe a little more.
It's like the wrong direction now.
Well, at the moment. So how does this play out? I mean, he's got a bigger stop, so he's got a better chance of it turning around. But if he gets hit, he's going to lose more than MaRz will. So interesting to see how your strategies play out. Will MaRz move her stop up? That's what I want to know. When it gets close, is she going to feel the pressure to maybe close that fair value gap, get a little bit higher? And then is she going to maybe feel like, well, I'm already there close to the tip. I might as well push it up another 4 or 5 points. This is all the stuff we deal with, every day when we're trading. That's what's going through our minds. And some of it, some of it's productive, some of it's counterproductive, and just experiences how we kind of learn, through the pain of lessons. We keep track of that stuff, and eventually it alters our trading plan. So that's getting better through, recognizing our mistakes and making improvements. Progress, not perfection. That's what it's all about. Okay, Yi, take it easy. Yeah, Ms. Mania, once you get your microphone, you need to set yourself up with OBS so you can record the streams so I can post them. That way the people that aren't here can, catch what's going on in London, see what you're doing, and tune in. So how heavy are you right now, MaRz? How many contracts?
5.
5? Okay. This might be the last trade
a lot.
This might be the last trade you guys get. So you got about 13 minutes. So somebody might somebody might throw the dice here and size up a little bit and try to catch this move. It could be the difference. If it was a good short,
Might be on to something.
If it's a good short here, why isn't it a better short up here? You make more money if it goes your direction. You're confident that's a good place to add, right? Up into the second fair value gap, you should be adding right there. If it was a good trade here, it's an even better trade here. You expected a little bit of heat. I mean, you expected some drawdown. That's part of it. But now you can really capitalize. The laptop could be on the line.
I'm just
right
waiting.
now.
Sorry.
Yeah. You got to be strategic. If you get stopped out here, there's probably not another trade.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where Ike's at now. Ike didn't add either. You didn't add up there? You want to tap into that, up into that second fair value gap?
Well, I guess I could have.
I mean,
I got a swing, so I mean,
right?
normally if I would add, it would be
That would
closer
have
to
been
now.
a come back up to equilibrium, and that's where you would expect it to then turn around and come back. Would have been a good spot to add right
Totally
there.
makes sense.
I mean, in this environment.
If anything, I'll be waiting for another fair value gap going in my direction. It's usually how I usually add in something like this.
Right. Well, this is different. You got 10 minutes now.
Yeah, you're, didn't think about that.
You got 10 minutes. You can pump it up, or do you think you got enough right now? You guys were pretty close, so I don't know. Now the pressure's on. What do you do with this last 10 minutes of the market? You got bills to pay, car payments coming. Man, this is it. This is your one shot.
I'm already in my location. I was at the exact same place. So I would have. All right, my entry
All right,
position.
I talked Ike into
See what
one.
happens. Let's see what
MaRz,
happens.
what are you gonna do? I
It's the
just
same exact entry.
added. He went in a little heavier. Oh, but you're in profit, so you might have a little edge right here. I don't know. That little difference, that little ad he made might have been the difference. Oh, you guys are so close right now, within just a few bucks of each other almost.
That's funny.
I mean, it could dump right here and give you everything you want. You're in for 2, she's in for 5. Come on, Ike. I can't get this.
I think we picked the worst days for this challenge too. I'll tell you that much. This first second has not been fun.
Right? Yeah, I know. This was. I was kind of forced into this time frame just for my work hours, so and it was kind of short notice, but I wanted to get this out there. I've been talking about the competition in the games and stuff, and people are like, "What's he gonna do? What is that?" So this way we get to kind of see what's going on. All right. Tick, 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 clock, tick, clock. As of right now, I can't tell. Yeah, she's up on you just a hair. But we don't know how far down she was to begin with, so don't tell us. We don't want to know. We know you were down a little bit, but now everybody's in the red again. This day is just crap, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel bad. Well, the PM sessions should be amazing, right?
That's usually how it works.
I mean,
this was
PM
consolidation. It
PM
should
should
be
be
a smooth
amazing.
rundown tomorrow.
Right. Well, you guys had the big news, push and some nice reversal on that. And
Order
then after that, it was
order
just
filled.
kinda, uh-oh. MaRz just added a little bit. Going a little heavier now. Trying to capitalize on this last few minutes. Yeah. Wow. It's not giving anybody anything. She's going for it though. She's in 7 deep.
Are you trading the same asset?
You're on US 100 and she's on NQ.
Same thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Now I don't know if these are micros or minis. I think they must be minis, yeah. Or micros, I'm sorry. What are you trading, Ike? Micros?
Yeah, micro.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that would have been a different way to approach it too. If someone was trading micros or minis, it's 6 one way, half a dozen the other. You either win a lot more or you lose a lot more. So you got to be careful. But Put the house on the trade. That's what me and my friends call it. Put the house on it. Yep. Or reverse your position for the last 5 minutes if you think it's going up, you know. Either way, what do? You're just not coming up into that fair value gap. You could get your, you could get your turnaround right here. Or not. I added to position hidden bull followed by regular bull. Never heard it called that before. Yeah, X-Buy, I agree. Good for the viewers. All right, last 5 minutes. She's in for 8. She's coming for you. She's coming for you. She's throwing it all at everything at the fence right here.
She's not long.
Huh? No. Yep, she's selling out now. She's all the way in. That's what you gotta do sometimes. Take a shot. This is like an exercise in calculation in a little different way. I said the trades had to be reasonable, but in the last 10 minutes, we probably throw the rules out and just go for the gold. Whatever, anything goes last 10
I'm
minutes.
adding one more since I got a swing. Let's see what happens.
Oh, man.
This is so silly.
Ike's in a little. Ike's in now too.
It's crazy.
Ike he added 30%. Come on.
It's the worst day, my goodness.
Yeah, I know. We just have to take what the market gives us, either way. It's all luck of the
True.
draw. And I wanted to make sure I had no appearance of, impropriety. I wasn't going to vote. I didn't want anything to do with picking people. I didn't want to influence the market, Everybody had a pretty equal shot at the schedule.
Oh, we got 5 minutes. Let's do this. Or 3 minutes. There you go.
3
Come
minutes. Yep. Everybody's stop is all the way up now.
Not gonna get stopped.
Not going to get stopped. Well, actually, her stop is still in the same place. She's still a little bit lower. It's not too close. She did go up above the fair value gap now, though. So, and yeah.
So what happens with open positions after the time ends?
Just cut your
Close 'em?
position. Yeah, just close your position at 12.
Perfect.
That's the only way I can do it because I got to give the other guys the exact same amount of time. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
what do you do with the last?
Order filled.
You know what that was? Like the last 2 minutes, she just pumped it up.
Got 2 more minutes.
I can't even count. 16 contracts. Oh my
Keep
god.
adding them.
She's in for 16.
Keep adding them.
16 contracts.
Go
Get
big or
about
go
3
home.
ticks and you're good. You only need about 2 points, and then you just
That's
overpass
it.
me real quick.
2 points. One good dump. One good dump. This is funny.
Well,
Oh, no.
you're gonna be the winner. My account is down.
What's your total?
I have 22 contracts right now.
22 and let's see.
I have 3 on there now.
Yeah, but she can only get $10. Yeah, well, because it's going the wrong way. If it would have went your way, you'd have made a killing.
I know.
At the last minute.
All right, 11
Should have
o'clock.
been buying this whole time.
Kill your positions.
Is it 11?
Mark it out. Yep.
Oh, all right.
And then we'll look at your
Build. Close
P
position.
and L.
Are you ready to see?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't good for mine.
Order filled.
All right. So I got to write this
History.
down.
A bunch of,
If this goes on the leaderboard, I got to get your totals for the leaderboard. So
it's hilarious.
Ike is at 2269.
Look like you saved me from myself. Still going up. Anyway.
2269.30 for Ike. And what did you end up with, MaRz?
912.50. I'm the winner.
Show us your P&L.
I've got it on the screen. I don't know if you can see that.
No, I can't see. All I see is your
I'll
chart.
tell you this.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me.
I'd say it was fun no matter what. I mean, he didn't win a trade, but it was definitely fun.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Different. And it's definitely different. It makes you look at your trading a little more
Oh yeah.
deliberate, just doing this in front of people.
Yep. There's a huge difference, I think.
You see it now?
Yes. So you were 1587.50. 1587.50. Okay. All right. Ike, looks like
All
you
right.
move on. And
Now it's.
what's
I
that?
said now the price just wants to come down.
Yeah, of course.
Of
Yeah.
course.
A little
So
bit.
as soon as you're out, it's ready to go. It's
Always.
So MaRz, you're still gonna get a 50K from Apex for playing. So
Thank you.
yeah, I'll get with you and get your info and PayPal you enough for a 80% off 50K. So it'll be $40.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. This was fun, though.
It was fun. Yeah, I'm glad to have you. And so yeah, you guys know this afternoon you're at least getting evals to play with for hanging out with us and going through this. So thanks a lot. And I think I don't know. I'm probably done as well since it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'm just going to close it right here, and I'll be back at a little bit before 2 New York. We'll set up for, well, actually, I'll be back at 1 o'clock New York to set up for the second round between Nam and whatever his name, Preg Sevendo, whatever that was. So good job, Ike. We'll have you on tomorrow.
So what does that mean?
Huh?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you get to come back.
Okay,
on.
I was like, okay. What?
You get to come back tomorrow and battle the winner of our afternoon group, and then the winner of that session gets the laptop.
Awesome, exciting.
Okay? So you're in the finals, and thanks a lot, MaRz. We appreciate you being a good sport and playing along with us. And like I said, I'll get with you.
Thank you.
I'll
That
get
was
with
fun,
you in a
MaRz.
bit. Okay. All right. I'm out.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. You bet.